Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and I'm in the giant fruit tree collection of Sava Agricultural Park in Terobit, Borneo. And here is the Bunya Bunya Pine. The Bunya Bunya Pine is a species of monkey puzzle tree or Araucaria. If you ask what is an Araucaria, well, maybe you know the Mediterranean domestic pine, Pinus pinea, which has quite big, very tasty, edible seeds, which are pretty expensive. Well, an Araucaria or monkey puzzle tree is basically a pine on steroids. There are a lot of species with cones the size, well, let's say of basketballs or American footballs. And then there is the Bunya Bunya. Well, this is a pine on super steroids. This was the staple of large groups of indigenous Aboriginal people in Australia. Actually, the biggest gatherings of Aborigines before the arrival of the white people were to eat the seeds of this Bunya Bunya pine. And later the whites forbid those gatherings because they thought that the Aborigines are planning revolts when thousands of them were meeting. Of course, they continued to meet because this was their staple. Like the Araucana Indians in South America, those Aboriginal communities in Australia couldn't do without the giant fruit of the Bunya Bunya pine. Well, the fruit of the Bunya Bunya pine are gigantic. They can be sometimes 10, 20, 30 kilograms. I guess they are the biggest conifer fruits in the world. And the nuts inside are the size of huge chestnuts, but there are hundreds of them sometimes in one cone. So if you collect like a couple wheelbarrows full of cones from one tree, you can get maybe hundreds of pounds of seeds from one tree. Well, however, the people here complained to me that this stuff is not fruiting in Borneo. Here in the Saba Agricultural Park, they have two trees planted close together, so pollination or anything should not be a problem. In the nearby agricultural research station, they have at least 3 trees planted together. They're all big enough. So why are they not fruiting? Even in Europe, this stuff is fruiting like, well, maybe not like crazy, but well enough. When I was in the area of Naples about a year ago, the Bunya Bunya pines were not currently fruiting, but you could still see a lot of rotten and even some edible seeds under the trees. So even in European climates they are fruiting, but not here in Borneo. Well, maybe that's a hint. Southern Europe, or especially the area of Naples, is, you could call it subtropical. It's in the middle of the Mediterranean, not much frost. So subtropical. The highlands where the Bunya Bunya pine is coming from, where it's growing naturally, are also more or less subtropical. Maybe here it's just too tropical. We are used to having plants which get frost damage, which cannot grow in colder climates, but there is also the opposite thing. Plants which cannot grow in very hot climates. Let's see, there are a couple seeds underneath this Bunya Bunya pine. No, this is rubber or caoutchouc. This is a relative of the katapa nut. This is some big caterpillar cocoon. So yeah, I can confirm what the staff of the Agricultural Research Station told me. No signs of fruiting here. So folks, tell me, why are those Bunya Bunya pines not fruiting in Borneo? My idea is it's the tropical climate. They sure are growing well here, but no fruit. Tell me, why are they not fruiting? What can be changed possibly to make them fruit? And apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful Saba Agricultural Park. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.